I didn't think this part through. This is gonna be... That's a big truck. And it is taking everything out of me to just grind sand, grind wire wheel. And then don't get me started on trying to find some bed liner right now. I just... impossible. I'm just one of the worst things in the world. I don't know what it is with COVID shortages, you know, with parts and stuff like that. I understand because it's coming from overseas, but is my bed liner coming from overseas? Look at this can. Look, can I get it? Look at that can. Look, where's another? What is this? What? This thing was $20. And this wasn't even to do the frame yet. I wanted to buy like 6 cans, small ones, not those. I'm not YouTube rich. To do the frame, obviously. I want to go through and want to get all of this cleaned up, wire wheel down, and then at least from where I cut the frame rails, which I haven't done yet, I want to go all the way back. Get down there and weasel in and do all that somehow, but I'm going to paint the firewall. I want to paint the frame. Well, texture the frame. Ramble. I want to do stuff, and I can't do stuff because that stuff's hard to come by. So what I did get, I went through and completely redid and rebuilt the cherry picker. All new hardware and everything is, yeah, everything to actually pick up stuff and not think I'm gonna die. Because the last few times I've almost died. A buddy left a comment in one of the last videos when I pulled said big block out, and he actually made me notice that one of the bolts was falling out while I was doing it. So with that, thank everybody for the last likes and comments and everything on the last video. We're here today to open some parts that I think are for this thing, so we can possibly go race it. Well, we could race it as it is. I'll give it that. It's not like it's missing or lacking. It's just boxes. You know what? Let's do this a different way. What it's lacking and what I'm guessing is in there, I'll show you first. So, the front of this thing, original to 1987. If you get down here, you can't see really. But original shocks, original springs, you know, everything is just, it's all original. Everything is original. The truck was a bone stock little shell, minus the fact that the frame had been cut off at the front, and that's why I did the manual rack and pinion. Obviously now it's a twin turbo, 6-liter. It is, you know, built turbo 400 with a trans brake, still stock rear end, which I'm an idiot. But now that we have the rear suspension fixed, front suspension. Let's get some boxes open and dive into some parts, shall we? So, you're asking yourself, what is he doing now to this stupid little truck that was supposed to be as budget as possible and was supposed to just be the next flip, because that's what I do, is obviously buy and sell things and then flip them. You know, if we redo the front suspension, or redo the rear, English. Might as well redo the front too. So since we're redoing the front, might as well match the front shocks to the rear shocks. So we got more competition triple adjustables for the front. And I don't think I got any stickers. Oh, come on, guys. I'll cry about that later. Since we have gotten the rear of the truck down, decided we should get the front down too. So, that's where the joy of an S10 comes in. And you can use G-body, like Malibu, stuff like that, Regal. You can use spring spindle. So, insert trick springs for a like 83 Malibu. What I've been told is cut a coil and a half. So, from it. A lot of people say they drive on it for a week and then they cut a coil and a half and blah 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 blah. I think I'm gonna cut a coil and a half right off the bat. Why? A little bit lower. It's just a look. Just a little bit of a look, but the main thing is these in the spring, or these in the shocks are gonna go together and let the weight transfer from the front to the back. We're trying to go like this. So obviously, I'm a kid. I like my stickers. I don't care how old I am. I don't care that my birthday is in like a week, you know. Tell a friend to subscribe. I'll tell you happy birthday. Tell you happy birthday, I'll tell you think. Let's just get some parts going, shall we? Let's get them on there.
2,000 years later.
Alright, let's get
Day
to the
2.
gas station and
Started
meet
off
these
with
guys. Good morning, Betty.
some Vice Grip Garage and coffee. Because yesterday,
Get better as we go.
I got, let me pause this so I don't miss anything. I got my butt kicked doing this install. Note to self, spring compressor. Buy one of those. Buy 2 of those if I have to. Side is done. Let's see if I can get that to swing over there. Everything looks all nice and pretty. Got it all seated. I need to throw a cotter pin in there, which obviously we'll do a nut and bolt check on everything before we drive it. Trying to figure out about alignment today. Worst case scenario, toe plates, tape measures, go from there. Trying to be a little more hands-on, a little more informative with this side. So we're gonna do a little more of a step-by-step installation. Yeah, like I said yesterday, was just ended up putting the camera down and just fighting forever. First getting the original spring out, for some reason it was just bound in there. It actually had popped and then got bound in a funny way. And the entire time trying to keep the money maker all nice and safe, you know what I mean? I don't like using pickle forks, and of course these ball joints are original, and I mean original. They're still riveted in, so that's great. No, it's not. Like I was saying, we're gonna go through step by step, pull old junk out, install new junk, be happy. That's how this works. Again, no, it's not. But like I said, I don't know, let's just get into it. I need more coffee. So, starting off with hood up, get the old stuff out, and probably set the GoPro up somewhere in yonder. Realizing the whole explaining part that I was gonna do, I hadn't done that yet, and then I already got most of it ready to come apart. Okay, stop, rewind. 13s from the bottom of the shop in this little pocket. If you can see, obviously those bolts go through there. You actually reuse those, keep those. This stuff goes with the old shock. That is flat and just tore tie rod off. Take the castle nut from the bottom, pull the cotter pin, flip the castle nut upside down, retrieve big hammer. Set camera down because you're YouTubing. Spring and shock. Move tie rod. Okay. I said move tie rod. Couple hits. Pops ball joint. Applies to nut. Get a jack. Put the jack under there. Off. Up. Simplicity at its finest. Shock, well, shock spring, spring. We see a pretty big difference here you know, height-wise, obviously this is compressed in, this is compressed in. Part number there, the Moroso 47130-100s for like an 83 Malibu. A lot of people talk about waiting a week or so of driving and then they cut a coil in half. I am impatient, so we're cutting the coil in half now. And I was even safe about it, so the impatience comes to literally there was 30 posts, I swear every single one of them was, oh, I put it in an S10 with the big block Chevy, or, you know, yada yada yada, and about a week later I pulled it back out and I cut a coil and a half. I know that looks like more than a coil and a half, but if you notice, the top part is the flat, so it doesn't actually start till about where my finger is, and then, so yeah, coil and a half. Math. Pulling that out, and no spring compressor. God, the shocks were so bad. That makes things now the fun part. Control arm out. Oh. Uh-oh. This video has gone a million different ways, and if you can tell by the water coming from the sky, it's not going the way I wanted it to. We are going to ignition on because I did a little bit of tune updating and messed with the self-learn. So we're going to go into here, file, level configs. We will upload to ECU. We got the family getting ready to get ready. We're going to take this thing out and we're going to cruise it. Now let's fire it up. Pointless, but it's just because I wanted to. It's a Volkswagen. I don't know what I need actually. Let's just bring some screwdrivers and some channel locks and some miscellaneous stuff. You're thinking, did you say Volkswagen? Why did you say Volkswagen? I'm wondering why I'm saying Volkswagen. It's one of those average Joe build days where things haven't gone right for the past 2 days. The last, 2 days of filming, things have just went, this thing is good, this thing is low, And I might go drag racing tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's be idiots and go buy a car instead, because that seems like a great idea. I wanted more details. I know you can help. So are we talking about it or are we not talking about it? I think we're talking about it. S10, parked out front. Just chilling, don't worry. It's not anywhere that we don't want it to be. I was gonna go racing today, obviously. Gotta open the hood. Not go racing today, or reasons. Let's see. Oh, I'm doing this when it's already open. So, you're wondering to yourself, did you buy a front-wheel drive car? Yes, I did. I bought an MK2 Jetta. Seemed like a good idea at the time. It is a 1.9 ALH turbo diesel swap, so it's pretty cool. We got a little spoolie boy down there. It has no exhaust manifold gasket right now, so it sounds like crap. Fires up if you breathe on the key though, and that's what mattered. Car's on H&R coils. Came with some cool vintage SSRs. Yeah, just gonna do a quick little usual turn and burn, clean it up a little bit, go through, make it a little more me, if that's a thing, I don't know. And then sell it, like I do with everything else. I mean, I think it looks cool once it's put back together. I have the grill and everything like that. It just didn't have a finished cooling system, so that's why I bought it. Obviously, someone was trying to do some stuff, and that's not the plan here. Probably measure out a small little Civic radiator, you know, weld on some fittings if I have to, make something custom, something that's, I don't know what to do with my hands. Ricky Bobby. But yeah, I mean, check that out. I'm just looking at it in this view, just, she's good. She's good. It is in need of some love. It was a Stance Boy car, and I'll throw a couple of those pictures in, but we'll make it more Stance Boy. I mean, I dig that. That's pretty cool. Get some B-roll on this stuff and get back to you guys, I guess. Seems like a great idea. No, it doesn't. Doesn't at all. Huh? I've had better ideas. I've had better ideas. Ah! am I doing this? Oh no. Shit. Ah. I didn't think this got through. Ring. Oh, I didn't think this part through. This is gonna be. Don't do that. Ta-da. Fuck, that sucked. And as usual, that just means we have more projects to build, right? More stuff, more content, hopefully more constant content, because I'm just trying to keep that stuff flowing. Trying to keep it coming out from the Hellojojoe channel as much as possible. That sounded really weird. I don't know what I'm coming out with. Okay. I am just tired. I got home at like 2 o'clock in the morning last night. I had to go get Taco Bell, and they barely, they're just literally closing as we pull in the line. It's one of those days, one of those nights. I just need to go to bed, and it's like 2 in the afternoon. So instead of going to bed, I will work on more junk, edit this video out, start buying some parts, I guess. With that, we'll let you guys go. Hit that like, comment button. Let me know I'm an idiot, because I'm an idiot. But I'm gonna get this and the S10 going, and hopefully the S10 in the next few weeks can go race. I'm just not quite confident yet, and I'm glad I didn't go today, even though it is a beautiful day. Well, like I said, we'll get out of here. Hellojojoe builds out.